these guys, red blood cells, regenerate every 120 days. So what I tell people is with every bite you eat, with every lotion, shampoo, toxic-free or otherwise, that we're putting in and on us, we are making a conscious decision to get these to come out healthier again the next time. Then I'll have vegans come to me and it's like, I'm so tired, I just can't do this or that, I just miss my meat and this and that. And I'm thinking, well, listen to your body.
Then maybe just eat
you
some.
know?
Yeah.
Right.
And even
you
if
might
you went
need
once
to have
a
a
week,
nice little grass-fed, you know, something.
Totally, why not?
Don't beat yourself up is my big thing.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, oh, I read this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Let's see what's going on and tweak it from there.
So many people think they have to change everything, and if we learned anything in science class in high school, it's if you change all the variables, you don't know what worked.
Yeah,
right?
Great
so,
analogy.
Right? So if I start taking a probiotic, maybe just do that. You know, maybe just try to get some more sleep. Maybe just try to drink some more water.
Exactly. For some people, that's where
oh my
it
God,
starts.
they don't drink enough water.
Right.
They're drinking coffee, they're drinking alcohol, they're drinking teas.
All those things
you
are
know,
so dehydrating, you know.
Right.
Yes.
So,
not to mention hard on the adrenals, etc. So, But for him, literally, took 32 ounces to get his blood moving. Now, how would anybody ever know that?
They wouldn't.
Right.
And what kind of doctor would even say something like that to you? Like, I wouldn't even know what question to ask him for him to give me an answer like that.
I did a doctor's blood last year that looked about like this.
Wow.
And I said, hey, have you been drinking water? Well, I've had coffee and I've had this and that. And I'm like,
they start listing all.
I'm thinking, oh my goodness. And this is an MD who has never seen something like this. And I'm like, you need to be drinking water, and for every cup of coffee you have, here's a tip for you guys, put a pinch of baking soda in it, just a pinch like this between the thumb and forefinger to neutralize the acidity in it.
Wow.
But because it's very dehydrating, for every cup of coffee you drink, make sure you're drinking a cup of water, and that's over and above those minimum ounces I mentioned.
Right.
What is the first thing you do when you start to feel, you know, before it hits you, maybe 3 days later, like a normal person would.
Yes.
The first thing that you're going to do when you start to feel a little sniffly, or you wake up and you just, something's a little off, what's the first thing you do?
For me, it's always, of course, probiotics.
Okay.
All right. Start boosting my immune system with all those ingredients I read off on the immune booster.
Yep.
And you mentioned colloidal silver.
Yeah.
I use it's called Sirius silver. I describe this as colloidal silver on steroids because this is filled with so many additional healing frequencies.
Nice.
So those are all the things that I just immediately start upping the ante on.
That's awesome.
I'll add the essential oil drops, you know, in my water.
Sure.
I'll maybe use some on my feet, my chest, diffuse, that type of thing as well.
That's it.
I mean, hit everything and hit it hard.
And I think the best advice that, you know, we can give you right now is pick one thing, you know, physically, mentally, whatever that's happening in your body, health, that you don't like and you want to change, and do all the research you can to figure out how that, because what I explain to people is too, just like energy, what you put out comes back to you. And so if you are searching for an answer of why am I so tired? Right? It doesn't matter what the reason is. Why am I so tired? And you put that out there, and you start talking to people, and that person, oh, I should connect you with so and so. Oh, this and that. That person is going to find you.
Right.
You don't even have to worry about it. You know. But if you're constantly thinking that stuff doesn't work, or you're not looking for an answer, you're like, whatever, I'll just try to get more sleep this year, whatever, then that person and that energy is never going to find you. And of course you're not going to find the answer. How powerful your mind is. That in order to fix all of this stuff, you know what I mean? This is great. You can show them their cells, they can see what's going on, and they can get way more information than they've ever gotten in their whole, you know, childhood and adult life. I think a lot of people are just listening to what information that has already been given to them, and they're not looking for new information. So there's no conversation being had. They're just like, I have a cold, I go to the doctor, I get an antibiotic. They're not saying that there could be 3 other options that could make them feel a little bit better.
Or
at
even
the end.
understanding how the antibiotic works. That's one step at a time, one change at a time. Most people who try to do the 180 are not successful. Eat real food. If it grows on a plant, like all these foods up here, you can eat it. If it's manufactured, processed, preserved, packaged in a manufacturing plant,
Try to
please
avoid.
don't.